What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. It's your boy Payne. Let's talk a little bit about WOBL normal mode as free-to-play players. Now, thank you. First, I want to thank everybody joining me live yesterday for what was supposed to be a chill and calm live stream of farming. This ended up becoming a crazy live stream with full of cussing and frustration. But we did finish all of WOBL as free-to-play completely about 4 times. This is the last run. And instead of going back to the old footages, I decided I want to show you guys the brand new run. I'm going to turn off the chat here that was going on yesterday. It's the link to it. So this is my newest WOBL run. Okay, you guys can see here I have zero keys left. And I'm actually on the Baron of White Flames fight. And then, of course, we have floor 100 with Baron himself, or Baron himself. I keep calling him Baron still. I gotta change my mindset. So I'm going to show you guys what I did to get this done, the team I used, etc., and how you want to approach this fight. Now, you guys can see here, I did this at 653 originally. You can definitely do this with less. When I started this, I was a 635-ish. So it is absolutely doable at a lower combat power. This is the team I'm currently using. I have Charlotte as one of my main DPSs. I have Gun He as my breaker, and I have Cha as my second DPS. That's right. For those wondering why I'm not using Mireille, my Mireille sucks. I have an A3, but I have the worst gear for her. So even if I swap gear around, it's just not enough. So a lot of people were asking me why I'm not using Mireille, or how come I'm not using the Wind team. It just didn't work for me. Even Min in here didn't work because I have an A0 Min. Just not good enough. Again, so this team was the team I used. So if you plan to use a similar team to what I'm going with, I'm going to show you guys my setup, everything that I did to get this done, and maybe you can do the same. Okay, so here's my stats. You guys can see here. My Charlotte has 18.5k defense, 50% defense, crit rate, 184% crit hit damage, and then we have 16% damage increase. Charlotte needs to be played a certain way, in the proper way. I'm going to show you guys the proper way to play her and why she's so good for this fight and why a lot of people are struggling. Here's my skills. You guys can see here 8, 4, 6, 7, 7, 5, and 5. Nowhere near where they should be in terms of power. I still got to work on getting her all to 10, and that is priority right now for this. But right now, this is one of the main DPSs. My Gun He, on the other hand, has 10, 7, 6, 7, 7, 5, and 9. Here is his set, full greed set. Here are our stats. We got 18.6k defense, 50% crit, 198% crit hit damage, 17.27 damage increase, and defense pen is 13.72. okay, and then lastly, of course, my main defense, my main damage dealer, 24.5k attack now, because I've been able to level up my cores quite a bit. And then we have ourselves the expert set and the curse set, and the setup here is as follows for Cha: 50% crit. We got ourselves 24.5k attack, 207% crit hit damage. Again, a lot of that's coming from the fact that I have my good cores, and just for core perspectives, you guys can see what I'm rocking here. These are the core percentages. Okay, you guys can see exactly what it is right there through what I've got set up. Now, I think this is important to say for those who are free to play. It is important to still level up your heroic versions, just so you guys can get some more power to help you advance through it, and then eventually you can use those to level up your legendary ones. For free to play, legendary will take quite some time, but when you're ready to farm this, it will be easier and you'll be able to get to legendaries much faster. Okay, so let me show you guys the setup and how I do this. This is the run for Caecilian and Baron. So first thing you want to do is have Charlotte in here. You want to build her ult, so do your first 3 attacks before he even goes up in the air, and save that. Okay, and I'm gonna watch how I do this. It's very important to watch the gameplay. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, dodge, and then instantly fly over, throw up your thing, summon your shadows, do your second skill, and get the hell out. Okay, now at this point, all you're gonna do is you're gonna just use Gun He to break. Now, this is important to remember. Every time Baron hits you with Caecilian, you will lose MP, so it is important to actually dodge. Even though you won't take any damage on Gun He, you don't want to lose too much of your MP, so it's important to actually do dodge once in a while, guys, and make sure you pop it off. Now, when you do finally get the break in, you want to bring Cha in to get your first buff in for Branded. You guys can see it's right up there. Now, I like to go all the way, and then this is important because now you get to do Darkness Increase, one of these ults, and then you go back-to-back ults. The reason why you built it before, right? 1, 2, 3, build it up again. Here's a second ult back-to-back, and this is huge because it will give you guys a massive boost. Now look, I'm going back in with the second skill, and then here, you guys can see around 70%, he's going to swap out, and he's going to start doing his other move which is the second phase of the fight, okay? So here you want to make sure, and this is very, very important, guys, that Cha actually does get a crit off. So if she doesn't get a crit off here, you're in trouble. There it is, perfect. Now look at that percentage, right? That's important to note. 1, 2, 3, build it up here and let it sit, okay? Again, you're gonna use Charlotte in this phase to go through all the orbs and collect them as they come. So this is where her little dash move is so important, right? It makes it so much easier, guys, to not let any of these connect and let him get recovered MP. So we're gonna do this and we're gonna switch over to Cha. And the reason why you switch to Cha again is to cause branded, okay? Very important again, to do your branded skill. Bring her in, do your alt once, and then do it twice. Again, very important to build it up again. 1, 2, 3, darkness up, double alt, right? Double alt mechanics work extremely well here. So here you want to bring Gun He. The reason why Gun He works so well here is other units will actually get hurt really, really badly here. Gun He, on the other hand, does not have that problem. His shield will keep him up and alive fairly well, and you don't have to worry about someone like Cha suffering damage, okay? So here, you gotta remember though, you do still need to put in some damage anyways. Avoid that as much as you can. Okay, he's gonna go up in the air very shortly. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, build it up, get her out. Okay, always try to build up your alt, and then that way you can double alt every single time. It's very important to play Charlotte that way, and that makes her the most potent possible. Possible version of her is that version there. Okay, so we're gonna do this. You have to dodge that, by the way. If you don't, you will die. Okay, here's an alt. No alt, no crit is a problem, of course, so you try to get that off as much as you can. Here's my first alt. And again, remember, building a second alt, super, super important, right? Second alt. And that's, I mean, that's a lot of damage, right? You can't deny that damage that's coming in from her. So, okay, we're gonna get Gun He up a little bit. Let Cha build up her MP. I mean, we got plenty of time right now, so I'm not overly concerned with this. And we're gonna do this, alt. Now here it's important because you notice I don't have my light damage increase, right? So something to remember when you are doing this fight is you want to have that with Gun He as much as you possibly can. Okay, here we go. You guys can see here, from a damage perspective, we have more than enough time to still get this done. I did mess up a few times, granted. Still enough time though. Now, the main thing here, honestly, a lot of this has to do with Cha critting. If she don't crit, it's a wrap, right? At least if she misses 2 crits in a row, it's a wrap. Don't even bother. That's just my opinion on it. I'm sticking with it. I've never seen it work out well without a crit. But here you guys go. You guys can see we're almost done. And that should be enough right there to finish it off, okay? There you guys go. So 12 seconds left. Normally I finish this with about 35 seconds left now, but I want to show you guys the total setup and the fight. So the key element here, of course, is the fact that you do want to make sure that your Charlotte can double alt as much as possible. It will save you so much time and so much effort to get this done. I know a lot of you are struggling. Some of you guys may not have pulled for her. I personally did because I saw potential in the Dark team, even with the children being the characters. Sometimes it's absolutely worth having. So just so you guys can see as well too, for my blessings, these are the blessings that were applied. 40% alt damage. I've done it with 20% alt damage. Don't need the 40% one. This was just luck. Decrease monster HP. Decrease monster HP. Increases user attack, defense, and HP. This one works really well because 2 defense units and 1 attack unit. And then crit hit damage by 24%. Again, I've done this with no crit damage buffs. As a matter of fact, I've done this with 3 blessings. I've almost got it done with no blessings. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get at. So there is that fight right there. And I want to show you guys that before I moved on. I will be doing a full guide for Demon Castle 100 free to play as well too with Jinnu, and show you guys how I get that done, and that should end the full WOBL cycle for normal mode for free to play. This is Payne. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.